We're recording. So welcome to our rescheduled Candy Crew team training. My name is Sarah Shabbat, for those of you that don't know me, which I'm pretty sure most of you do. Tonight, we're going to have a brief recap of our first event ever in the United States this past week in Las Vegas. It was so much fun. It was our leadership retreat. It was originally supposed to be the official US launch, but due to COVID restrictions, we made it work and we had a cap of 250 people. So we turned it into a leadership retreat at the Paris Hotel in Las Vegas. And I think a good deal of us that are on right now were at the event, but in 1 second. Give me 1 second, you guys. Make sure I have everything. I'm gonna close out of Facebook. Here we go. So, I don't know why it's not letting me do my screen share. Give me a second.
I think you have to mute everyone first, Sarah.
Oh, is that it?
I think so.
All right, here we go. Okay, so I've muted all you guys out. Take no offense to that. I've got my before I do that, I gotta get my music going. So you guys can't see it?
No.
No, it was black.
Okay, so weird. Let's try again. Can you see this?
Your face?
Haha.
It said you were sharing your screen, but the screen was black.
That was weird.
So let's try without the music, maybe. I'll try again. Can you see this?
We can see your mouse scrolling back and forth.
But you
Maybe-
can't see that.
Maybe swipe between screens.
I worked really hard on this presentation, guys.
Oh, we love you anyways.
Okay, it says bring your shared window to the front.
There you go.
Do you see that? Okay, give me a second. I have another plan B, so give me another second.
Another thing sometimes that works is the whiteboard.
I
No, it really does. It usually brings up what your screen is currently showing.
thought you meant Travis's whiteboard.
No, I was talking a legit Zoom whiteboard. I've had to use it a lot.
That's funny.
I'm gonna find this.
Do you want to email it to somebody and see if we can share it from ours?
Yes, but give me.
Oh, I think I might have this.
Okay, give me a second, because I took out the promotion. But tell me if you can see this. Let me cancel out the screen share real fast. Yeah, I think it's obvious to everybody. I'm not the most technical savvy person.
It's okay, Sarah. Take a deep breath, my friend.
All right. Maybe I just need to share the whole screen, okay? Can you guys see this?
No,
It's just a black screen.
What is going on? Kelly, do you have it?
Yeah, I'm downloading it right now.
Okay. So I can play the music while you do it. I was just gonna give about 5 to 10 seconds per slide. Where are you? Let's make you the co-host. Sorry, guys.
No big deal. Oh, excuse me. How rude. Sorry, sorry.
You said the whiteboard sometimes.
Hang on just a second. Let me get back over here. I got a bunch of screens open. Let's see if this works. Oh, it looks like it will.
Yeah, we see it, Kelly.
Okay, so let me
Make
do
it
the music.
smaller.
Yeah, but
Okay.
let me do the music while we do this because I want to play the music with it. Let me start this because it should work out perfectly with the song if you give it about 5 to 10 seconds for 5 seconds for the single picture ones and 10 seconds for the other. So you ready to get going?
Mhm.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Here we go, you guys. I'll stop that and we'll just finish it without.
Deborah pitching. It was awesome. I'm not gonna say anything
Can
about
you guys
that.
hear me?
We can hear
Yeah.
you now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You like my pitching skills there, Kelly?
Yeah,
I about climbed over that fence.
I know. Kelly, we're over here.
And Alicia and I,
Guys, look, can I see me?
so that's all of it, Kelly, because now it's
Okay.
the promo that's over. Thank you.
Very welcome.
Teamwork makes the dream work, guys.
You
Right?
did really good. You did that. That was good, Sarah. I liked that.
Yeah, that was
Thanks,
awesome.
Sarah.
Thank you. So I have a couple girls that were on with us tonight, and I really want to take a few minutes and I'm going to call upon a couple different people. I haven't prepped anybody. I kind of gave a couple people a heads up, but I would really like to have you guys share what you took away from our event, what you felt when you were there, and anything else that you feel like sharing with us. So Kelly Higgins, since you were awesome and able to do that, I'm going to call upon you first. Okay, girlfriends?
Of course you are. It was amazing. Everybody know I got there really early, and it was great to honestly, you know, when you connect and have a relationship with someone as honestly as close as it is with Sarah and Alicia and Kelly and I, it was, and granted Kelly and I know each other, but it was just completely different to meet the person that constantly inspires you every week. And it was wonderful to meet Sarah and Alicia, and the speakers were amazing. It was very inspirational, very motivating again. When you go to an event like that, you know, you don't always have the camaraderie and the closeness and the warmth and the heart behind it. And this event was different than anything I've been to. You know, we became a family is what it felt like. And when you get in that position, it just changes your whole perspective on not only how things are now and how lucky I am to be where I am in the position that I am to be able to move forward with this so early in the game in a company that's going to blow things up, but that there are people there that aren't even a part of my team that I know I could call now and be able to ask questions or get help from, you know, building those relationships with the people that we bring into the business, but also with the people that brought us in is amazing. And it was great. Very
Thank you.
grateful.
Thank you so much. I'm going to call upon Kelly Bauer. I want to make sure you get your time to talk. And we're all having our technical savvy day today, right?
Kelly, do you have two phones on, or a phone and a computer? That's the only reason it does that.
I know, I got it. I think it's good, right?
Yep.
Okay, I just muted the other one. So this wasn't my first convention, but this was different because it was dropped down to the leadership and just the small amount of people. It just made it so close knit, and everybody had time to mingle and chit chat and breaks, and they gave us a lot of time for lunch, which was nice, so everybody could go and get back. But so just as a conference in general, like the music wasn't too loud, you didn't get a headache first thing in the morning, the lights, like so many things have been trauma in previous ones where you're just like, oh my gosh, get me out of here, are they done yet? But this wasn't like that. So that was really nice that we were able to talk to people and meet them and hug them, like seeing their faces. We didn't have to keep our masks on all the time. They recommended it, but they didn't super enforce it. I won't go too deep down that rabbit hole, but that was nice just to see smiling faces and hug people, and all these little squares that we're looking at now, like they were living in color, like 3D touchable, huggable. Got to meet people that I'd only seen in boxes and then reconnect with people that I love dearly. So that was awesome. The motivation from the people speaking, their messages were right on point, like exactly what you need to hear. and they made it super simple to understand. The rapid funnel guy came on and gave a whole talk about the app and all that it has to offer. And I mean, everybody's just really knowledgeable, and we just have such a great family. Like this group is awesome. And I don't know where I'd be right now in my life if I didn't have you guys. And it was like, yeah, exactly on God's time for me to get there, because I wasn't gonna get there. And then to have things go the way that they've gone since in my life, and to have the support from this group, it's just unbelievable. So yeah, the family dynamic with this company, definitely like nothing I've ever experienced. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. That's all I want to say.
Thank you so much, Kelly. And we love you. We love everybody on this team. And before I call upon the next person, I personally want to share that I've been a part of a lot of other events, and I've always had the hype in the room and the excitement, and that's what I was expecting, and that's what I was looking for, but I got so much more from here. I feel like there's no hype, it's all hope. And what we have here is really something special. And this group of people, not just on our team, but the whole company as a whole, we're here for the right reasons, and we're lifting each other up and we're rooting each other on, and you could really feel it. And it was the most comfortable feeling that I've ever been a part of. And I'm not going to go on too much more because I want to call upon Deborah. So if you could take a few minutes and tell us what you were able to take away from it.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to follow that up. Good Lord, between you and Kelly. All right. Well, I got a cool light in the background that changes color, so I can follow up with that. um, no, but seriously, I mean, Kelly said it right. There was a lot. I mean, there was a lot to take out of that. It wasn't just the time inside the convention, but also the time outside of the convention, and the knowledge that was shared outside the convention was nice to have too. So for me personally, I kind of got a lot out of the outside of the convention from you girls, and then from the other downlines and stuff, or uplines and stuff too. It was kind of nice to be able to bounce back and forth with everybody and get information, and they find good direction, and have that to come home to, so I could reach out and know that I wasn't bothering anybody when I was talking to people and stuff. And it's kind of nice to have that. And that was my first convention for an MLM, but I was really happy with it. Well, it's easy to make me excited, but I think it was more of the inspiring to do what I know I've always been able to do, but maybe have more of a concrete direction of movement as opposed to the sporadic personality I have of all over the place.
And I just have to say, Deborah, she's so impressive and her excitement is so contagious. We got on an elevator with a group of guys that were giving us a hard time about why we were there. And they tried to be smart asses to her and say, what, you got some Viagra in there? And she pulled out her Power Lemon and gave all of them a sample right there on the spot. So it was pretty freaking awesome, if you ask me. I was sitting there like, I don't even have the balls to do this, guys. Like, Deborah is just a whole nother level of excitement, and we just had fun with it. And I hope you don't mind, but I have my eye on somebody special now that I was able to be introduced to at this convention, and I know she came to learn more about the product. So Michelle, if you don't mind unmuting yourself for a few minutes and just sharing with us at least for a few minutes. You're muted.
I'm having technical difficulties. I can't talk tonight. I like that the feeling of genuine from everybody, that everybody, all the speakers, everybody I met, the team, everybody has their story and why this is connected for them. And it's heartwarming to know, because I have how this has affected me as well. So to be around all that positive energy of everybody succeeding and loving the product itself, not just the business aspect of it, but just knowing that this stuff is really doing what it says it's what it's gonna, help with. That was huge for me, huge. I love the team. Like, I just got to meet you guys at the one lunch because I wasn't a diamond at the time, so I wasn't invited to any of the leadership stuff, but that will probably not happen again. But I'm really impressed, and I am getting ready to open my mouth to my families as well, to my friends and family, about what I'm going to be doing. So hopefully I'll be able to move forward quickly with this.
Thank you, Michelle. I'm sorry to call you out on the spot, but I know you were able to take away, and I want to try to get a few minutes at least for everybody on here who spent time with us there. So I appreciate you unmuting and sharing your experience.
I think
with
I
us.
saw
And
Rose too.
yeah, that's another special person that I was able to be introduced to. And I'm going to ask you, Rose, to get ready to unmute, because when I was introduced to Rose, the reason why she came, I'll let you tell. She can tell you guys why she originally came to Vegas and what she took away from it. So, Rose, do you mind sharing with us for a few minutes?
No, I'll share. But hello, everyone. I'm excited to be on this team. And the emotions, holy cow, tonight, that's not fair. And I'm an emotional person, so stop it. But I went to just spend time with my friend Tammy, which a lot of you met her too. She's been a friend for many, many years, and we live quite a ways apart. And she showed me the product back when she very first got it. She had it actually sent to my house, her very first order, because she was coming to my house and she was so excited to receive it. So she sent it to me, and then I tried it then, and I just didn't do anything, but I kept thinking about it. And then I ordered like 3 weeks before I came to this. So right after I ordered, she said, well, I'm going to this convention in Vegas. I said, what, Vegas? And so I went just mostly to hang out with her and to learn more about the product, not the business. But being there, everyone was so excited about it. And so many people that had jumped ship, I said that before, like from other MLMs. And I've never done a successful MLM. I've only been a tiny little like, okay, I'll join for you, but I'm not doing it probably. And but this one, it was so different, and it was so exciting to see so many people so excited about it. And like you all are saying, that family, where I don't feel alone. Like so many times you just feel alone, like you don't know what to do, you don't know how to start, you don't know any of that. So walking away with that, with so many people that I met there, and friends that I feel like I have now, people I can call on. And I guess I've really sparked Tammy along too. She told me today she was pretty darned excited, and she got 2 diamonds under her now, and someone else is going to do it. And I don't know, she just got really excited after I lit a fire under her little hiney, I think. So that was my story.
Thank you so much, Rose. And like Rose said, she's one of our newest diamonds, as is Michelle. So yay. And I know we have Carolyn on here, who's one of our new diamonds too. I want to kind of move along quickly, so bear with me, guys. I'm going to call upon Cindy Trammell, because Cindy was also one of those who blessed us with her presence. And I've been a friend of Cindy's now online, virtually. I guess she's been my little box friend for a while now. So it was really good to be able to give her a big hug too. So Cindy, if you don't mind unmuting yourself and sharing with us what you were able to take away, because I know you also ended up with a new diamond under you after the event as well.
Sure. It was wonderful being able to meet everybody, and the hugs were incredible. After all this COVID craziness, it just felt good to be in person. And one of the things that really stood out to me was the leadership team, the fact that people within put this all together, and that the speakers were not, from elsewhere, with the exception of Rapid Funnel. Everybody is on the team, as far as I know. And the content was incredible. And one of the things that really stuck out to me was, and I've heard it before, but it really sunk in, was to focus on the process and not the outcome. And with the promotion, I'm really glad that sunk in, because I barely missed qualifying for the cruise. And if I was focusing on the outcome, I would have been really down. I'm bummed, but I know that I did the right process, and that, like Sarah said to me, the wheels are turning, or the doors are opening, or exactly what you said. But it felt good. I've been to other conventions before, and this one just felt like, everybody has said, it felt like a family. That sums it up.
Thank you. And then I've got one last person on here who joined us, and you guys all know her, Alicia. I know you've been a part of other companies and you've been to other events. So do you mind sharing what you took away and maybe what stood out differently here versus anything else that you've been a part of and attended?
Yeah, of course. So first of all, I'll say that I almost didn't go. I had even told Sarah, like, we're trying to sell our house. I've lived in my house for 17 years. So I was purging and cleaning and packing and trying to get it listed and showings. And like, it's just been crazy here. Like, my personal life has been crazy. And, nervous about traveling because of COVID, and not so much the virus, as I really have an issue wearing a mask. I'm sorry, I just do. So I stay home a lot because I don't want to have to deal with it. So I'm like, you have to wear a mask in Vegas. I don't want to deal with that. But Sarah and Travis both got me on the phone, and they're like, Alicia, you just need to suck it up. Basically, you need to be there. So I'm like, okay, all right, I'll suck it up. And I'm so glad I went, because honestly, like, I found myself in a funk. Like, I feel like that comes with the territory. This business has really high highs and really low lows. And like, I found myself, in a funk, and it's because of some personal, stuff too. But the event was exactly what I needed. And what I liked about it the most was the fact that it was so intimate. It was such a small group of people. And I like the term box friends. Like, we're all box friends. That's really cute. So we got to meet all of our box friends. They're all the people that we see on the presentations and the trainings with Kari and Travis. And, Michelle mentioned a good word. She said the word genuine. And I have been to events before. I've been to events, anywhere from 250 people all the way up to 18,000 people. And, some of those bigger events, they're intimidating. There's so many people, and then you have like some of the top leaders and some of the leadership and stuff that they're not approachable, and they're not real. It's all just whatever. I don't know what it is, but this group of people, Michelle knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, this group of people, like, I didn't feel intimidated by anybody. I didn't feel nervous to meet anybody. Like, everybody just grabbed you and hugged you, and it was nice to see you. There was no like arrogance, like anything like that. And I feel like, a lot of these people, like, we're here for the right reasons. And it really does start with Sergi. I mentioned on Travis's training, or his Wednesday thing yesterday morning, that there's so much heart here. And we don't understand what Sergi's saying unless you speak Russian. I don't understand what he's saying, but I don't have to understand the words coming out of his mouth, because he radiates from his heart. So like, that attracts me. And I think that attracts the right people to this. So yeah, my biggest takeaway was like the heart of this company, the heart of these people. So it was amazing. And I know that I'm home now. I'm still super busy dealing with this house stuff and starting this new chapter in life, but I got my cup filled. I'm excited. I'm ready to dream again and work towards those goals, and talk to you guys about your goals and your dreams, and all of us just accomplish them together, and get at that next event, all of us, get there again and bring more people with us.
Thank you so much, Alicia. I mean, I loved it. And we had these cute little, I grabbed it so I could show you these cute little swag bags that we were given. And we had these notepads, and we had another notepad that I don't have with me, but these awesome, cute little APLGO pens. I don't know if you guys can see that, but
And the clips,
yeah, the clips I
and the
have.
cool little bracelets,
Yeah,
and the
and then
shirt.
we got the
Yeah.
shirt, and on the back of it, it says, "It's time to rise. It's your time to rise." If you read it backwards. And everybody got this. We got our name clips with a neat little lanyard we can use in the future that says APLGO. I mean, they just really put together, and it was fast. We didn't know if this was happening, you guys. And Dr. Erin and Garth, they grabbed it by the reins, and she's done events before, and she really took a part of the big part of the training or coordinating of it. And we had a co-committee, and it's just been a lot of fun being a part of the planning of it for the last couple of months, not knowing if we were going to do it, being told we could only have 50 people, and then going to the 250 people, and then having it all come together. I mean, I got very emotional the last day because just being a part of it really from day one, and it being 6 people in the company to looking around and seeing what there was. And it's just so rewarding, to say the least, and to really seeing the people that deserve to be recognized. You don't see that a lot. There's a lot of people in this industry that work their tails off, and they never get the recognition that they deserve. And I feel like they did a really good job at reaching out and putting together a variety of faces that were all a part of the company. And I mean, even a fun little fact that rapid funnel trainer, he's in the company too. So, I mean, it's just every single person that was there was a part of APLGO, and we're all there to share, and we're all there to shine together. And we all know that if we lift each other up, they're going to lift us back. So it's been extraordinary to be a part of with all of you. And just to continue to build this, I think that we need to start dreaming bigger. Even if you think your dreams are big, dream bigger, because we deserve to have that. And I wanted to leave off on a couple of things, since it is the first of the month. We ended the month pretty strong, and I think that we can finish April even bigger, and each month after that even bigger and even bigger and even bigger. And I think that our Candy Crew deserves to get to be the biggest team in the company if we possibly can. I'm not competitive against other teams or anything, but I think that we deserve to really grow and to really shine, because our team is really special here. And I want to give you guys all a task. So I want you guys to make a list. I want you guys to sit down either tonight or tomorrow, and I want you to start adding to your list. If you don't have one, I want you to start making one. I want you to start writing down every single person that you can think of. I don't care if you think they'll join the business or not. I want you to write down all of their names. And I want you to start uploading those contacts into your rapid funnel apps. And I want you to start reaching out to them. And it doesn't mean that you have to reach out to them immediately in the sense of approaching them about the business or the opportunity, or I'm sorry, about the product. But I want you to start making those connections and start resonating those relationships again, even if you haven't talked to them in years. That's why we have social media. I mean, it's not uncommon nowadays for people to reach out and say, hey, how's it going? And I want you guys to all set a goal for yourselves that from now until the 10th, so in the next 9 days, I want you guys all to shoot to enroll 2 new customers and 2 new associates. And I want that to be your goal. And on top of that, I know that a lot of us got a lot of product during this last promotion. So if you can send out 50 samples, I don't care how you do it, boxes, one drop, a kit, whatever it be, I want you to try to send out 50 samples from now through the 10th. And at the end of the month, even if you don't get those 2 associates and those 2 customers, you're going to have a really large running list. And I never want you to cross people off. I said it on stage. I got to speak on recruiting. And I said that your list should never be crossed off until they join you. Doesn't matter if it takes a week. It doesn't matter if it takes years. Those people remain on your list. Sometimes they'll drop down to the bottom of the list, but you need to keep them on that list. And you can keep going and tapping them on the shoulder. You don't have to always bug them about joining you. But we are in the business of building relationships. And if we're not building relationships and we're not keeping those relationships alive, we're not going to be, I love your face, I'll let you know, Alicia, that we're not going to have a business. I mean, our network is our net worth. And if we can bless everybody around us, I mean, I've had other people tell me that they've had a hard time sharing products in the past or opportunities in the past because whether it be lack of belief or I don't know, they didn't feel like those people could win. So I guess lack of belief in all, in product, opportunity, and themselves. But I mean, I keep getting these phone calls where just in the last 2 days, people have shared drops, one drop, and they're bringing people in at 600. They're signing people up at 100. They're signing people up at 1800. One drop, because it's changed their perception of what this is. It looks like a candy, but it's not a candy. What we have is something that's very powerful, and we can share that, and we can open those doors, and we can get those wheels moving, right, Cindy? And we can continue to keep those conversations open and active, and eventually they're going to come on board. And if it's not as a partner, then it's going to be as a customer, because our product isn't intimidating at the price it is. So that is what I want to leave you guys off with tonight. I really want to set, I'm going to have Alicia finish it off really fast, but I want to set those goals for us, because I feel like if we have the 2-2 goal of 2 new customers and 2 new associates by the 10th, then we're really going to be able to do something here. And I mean, if we look around, our candy crew is 600 people. And if we each are enrolling one person, just one person a month, 600 people, our team can be growing by 600 people a month. So talk to your teammates. If they're not on this tonight and they haven't been showing up for training, I would recommend just saying, hey, you guys, what's going on? Are you still in it? Do you love the product? Get them in the Go Live group, get them reading those testimonies. You know, you can set up phone calls with your upline if there's lack of belief in the opportunity. But in my opinion, I think we have the most amazing opportunity and amazing product. They're right there rivaled against each other out there. And we need to be really, really loud about it. So Alicia, I'm going to let you finish off.
So I just had an idea about the 50 samples thing. So a lot of us use social media to grow our business and spread the word and stuff. So, you know, making a post on Facebook or in our stories or something and saying something like, you know, I've been challenged to give out 50 samples. Who wants a sample or something like that? We make this post. And so, you know, free samples, whatever. So when people comment or respond, then you're going to ask them for something too. You're going to ask them to fill out your survey in your rapid funnel. So the cool thing about the survey is that it's going to ask them a bunch of questions about their health and what they're looking for, what they're doing, what they need, blah, blah, blah. But it's also going to capture their contact information so that you can send them additional resources, and you can even assign them to a campaign so that they can learn more about the product. So you're going to get that seed planted, and then you're going to water that seed with Rapid Funnel. So I think that's going to be like, that's a really awesome challenge, Sarah. So that's how I'm going to approach it.
So I'm going to stop recording really quickly, and I'm going to open this up for